Hey everybody, it's Chris. It is the 4th of May, I believe. Monday. We'll get some stuff to ship out. I think it's 18 orders on eBay and 13 orders on Amazon. This is everything from about Thursday afternoon, maybe like around 3 is when I think I went to the post office. So before I was going on Tuesdays and Fridays, but I forgot to ship out something that I probably missed in the last video, actually, because the buyer paid 5 days after. But anyway, this is what's going on today. So actually I already grabbed a couple of these because they were hard to get to. But we have a Game Master screen for D20 Modern role-playing game. I've had this a while. I wasn't sure how to sell it before, and I guess I just left it unlisted pretty much for a while. So during this time, trying to get everything I have listed. So that went up, sold for $17.95, which is pretty good. And then a copy of Wing War for ColecoVision. It's looking a little rough, but I think I took pretty good pictures and mentioned it. Sold for $30 for ColecoVision. Scroll down a bit. Actually sold an empty box. I think I've mentioned these in the past few videos, most of which were empty game boxes, but I got a couple system boxes. So Sega Genesis Model 1 for with the Altered Beast, empty box only, has a styrofoam, has a couple adapters for different TVs, but besides that, no system, nothing else. But sold for $80 free shipping, which was an accident, or eBay just put free shipping. I'm not really sure because I never put free shipping, but it's only going to Connecticut. I'm in Massachusetts. It's probably only gonna cost me $8 or $9. But there that is. I had to clean it up a bit. I actually took the pictures wrong, so I thought that was missing, but it's not. So I think it'll be a pleasant surprise if the person didn't notice. I noticed because one of the pictures, it had it. So that's that, $80. I spent $20 for all those empty boxes. I think I made around $1,500 to $1,600 at this point. So pretty good. Then had these little D&D figures sitting around for a while, and I believe they're up here. Some were listed on Amazon and sold every once in a while. This one for some reason wasn't listed, but got $9.99 on eBay for it, so I'm not even gonna try to pronounce, but there that is. So I think I only have 4 or 5 left. And a little Star Wars guy was mixed in with the Heroescape. But yeah, there that is. Next, this is a Penny Arcade pin. It's Prenny from the Disgaea series, if I'm pronouncing that right. I've played parts of 2 and 3, but I've never beat one because they're pretty long, like tactics RPGs. I bought these at PAX. I think I have 1 left after this. Yeah, 1 left. I bought these at PAX for either $9.99 or $14.99. Sold, I think this will be the 5th one I've sold. Any of these limited edition things that are hard to get and or event, I'm not sure if this one was event specific or not, but I saw they were going for pretty good. They weren't available actually when I looked them up on eBay, so I grabbed a few, sold through them, and the next day got some more because those Penny Arcade tickets are expensive enough. Had to kind of put a buffer in to make a little money back. So $27.95 for that. And then we have a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie Sega Genesis manual for $4.35. So I listed a bunch of manuals, probably back in like February, March. I think this is one of them. I've had other ones listed, but I think this is one of the ones I was holding off on, hoping that I'd eventually get a copy, but it's better to get rid of it at this point than hold out that I'm gonna find any games this summer. So let's see. I think I've also had it for years because I got a bunch of manuals when I bought a bunch of Atari stuff. Maybe one of the first videos I ever made was me finding all this stuff. So it's in here somewhere, hopefully. Oh, there it is. So I think it's the black and white one. I'm very confused about Genesis stuff. Like, some of it's in color and some of it's not. And I don't even think it like matters if it's like classic series or not. Because at least with like PlayStation Greatest Hits, you knew if the disc was silver, it was Greatest Hits. But I don't even know. I don't even know what Sega stuff, so I don't know if they were cheap or what. But a few bucks for that. Then Chrono Crusade. I picked this up with Tekken Tag Tournament 2 for Wii U. I think I paid $3 or $4 for both, and this sold for $10 after a while. I picked this up in the summer. One of the I think only DVD box sets I have, actually. Yeah. So it's an anime. Didn't watch it. Looks like it might be okay. I'm not sure. And then next, I've had a copy of Hero Quest for a while, and it's incomplete. So I was just waiting to possibly find another copy, and if that needed to be completed, I would use these parts, but that's yet to happen, and I need to make sales basically during this time. So I sold 2 parts from that. I sold the dice, 8 dice, for $22.95, and then I sold 4 character figures and their cards, plus 4 little tiny rat figures for $35. So I'm gonna grab those real quick. Alright, so there is that stuff. I think I paid $3.99 at Savers probably like 5 or 6 years ago. I found 2 copies 1 week after the other. One had like 2 expansions, and then this one was missing stuff. I think the other one might have been missing stuff, but I managed to complete it with this other one. So it definitely served its purpose and now has generated a pretty good amount of money on its own. So there we go. There's that. I still have, I think, the box, the board, a screen, the cards, not all of them, and just some like random cardboard bits left. So hopefully make at least like 60 to 70 on the rest of that. So definitely, if you find Hero Quest and it's incomplete, just part it out. Next, I'll grab both of these. Have a original sealed Apple charger. Picked this up at Savers for $9.99 plus tax. I might have had a $2 coupon. Sold for $31.50, and then I've had this quite a while. It's a repair manual for an 83 to 89 Porsche 944, which I'm not sure what that car actually looks like, but that sold for $13. I've had that a while. I know old repair manuals do pretty well, so I picked it up for at Savers for I think like $2.99. And like I said, this was $9.99 at Savers. And I think that manual's in here. Let's venture in. Definitely wish I had grabbed this before. There that is. So yeah, $2.99, maybe $3.99 at Savers for that. That was a while ago. It was probably like almost 2 years at this point. So it was time to let it go. I had it up for like $18 and sent an offer for $13. Next, this is an empty game case. This is Sega Genesis Disney Mickey Mania for $5.50. I also listed a bunch of these cases Not all of them, because some aren't in great condition. So I think Wolverine is like ripped and maybe has like water stains, so I don't think that's listed, but just an empty case. The art, definitely, you know, not worth as much as old like Nintendo boxes, because these just, they held up better and people kept them because they weren't cardboard, and it was like a good way to actually store games, where the cardboard boxes, a lot of people are like, this is trash. So next we have two set of two On It XL t-shirts. Picked these up for I think $2.99 or $3.99 each at Savers, so not a ton of money here, but sold for $24.20, which I think pretty sure I took a best offer. And I believe those are in here. Yep, there's one. And this green one. So I'm not even really sure what On It it's referring to. I know there's like a supplement brand. I'm assuming it's that, but I don't really know. But they had a bunch, and these two seemed like they were worth picking up. So I allotted them together, and yeah, $24.20. Next, I've had this for probably 7 years. Never found a receiver for it, and buying a receiver wasn't really worth it. It has battery damage, so it was just time to get rid of it. So you've probably seen this in like a million videos, just sitting in the corner. It is a Rock Band Pro controller, I think, for Rock Band 3. I'll just put it there, I suppose. And yeah, sold for $15. Then actually, I don't even know how much I paid for that. Probably like $9.99. And like I said, like 7 years ago. And I should probably get rid of the rest of these too. This one sort of works, but not quite. I'm gonna like clean it up and see if I can get it going, because it's Xbox 360, so it's probably worth like $50 to $100. And the other two are Wii. I don't know if they don't work, or if they just don't have battery covers, but I should really figure that out, because I am out of guitars otherwise. Then I'll grab these two things. I got 3 complete in-box Atari games. Nothing special. It's Combat Football, and I don't remember the third one, but we'll see in a second. And then GameCube for parts or repair. This one wouldn't read discs. Sold for $12.99. That is right there. I already grabbed that out of the closet the other day. And then bowling. Bowling is the third one. Glad to get rid of these. They're just kind of like taking up space. Should do something about the last 2 Intellivision games I have too, but there's that. So old Atari games, even in box, don't really go for very much, so it's definitely worth getting rid of. I think I picked up those plus Pac-Man. I sold Pac-Man at a yard sale like 2 or 3 years ago for I think $5, so picked those up with some Atari at some point. And then that's it for eBay. I'm gonna switch it over to Amazon and do a quick refresh in case something's sold. Nope, we got a N64 controller pending for a day now, so we'll see about that. Next up, Pokemon Sun. Picked that up for $5 plus tax recently online, and picked up this Guitar Hero receiver, I think at Savers, with a bunch of other ones a while ago actually. I didn't know I still had PS2, PS3 ones, so it was definitely a surprise to see that I had that. That sold for $64. And this stuff usually goes for a pretty good amount of money, but right now it's going for even more because people just need something to do. So $64 on that. Those would usually sell for about $50 anyways. And then I got a couple copies of Pokemon Sun, but I'm gonna guess it's the cheaper one with the GameStop case. And, alright, let's organize this a little better, I guess. So, there's that. Pick up these few things. One of my last copy of Millborns. I think I got one more after this. Sold for $12.99. Probably picked it up at Savers for like $2 or $3.99. Probably came with another card game like in a bag. Tetris for $4.90 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for $4. Probably got Sonic forever ago. I think I have 2 copies here actually. Yeah, there's one. I bet I have another one. No, maybe not. Might have a boxed one hidden behind there. And then Tetris. Let's see. Is this going to be easy to find or hard to find? Looks like we're going with hard to find. So, this NES game's kind of slowed down a little bit. I was hoping I was going to sell through a bunch real quick, but they are pretty cheap, so. So most of my systems have sold, and pretty much the only thing I have are Sega Genesis Model 2s, SNES Mini, and original Nintendos. Everything else is gone. This is an Xbox. We'll get to that in a minute. So, Tetris. There you are. So, nothing big there, but always a consistent seller. And then, I think, yep. Okay, I got 2 copies of Millborns left, but this is it's the version called 1,000 Mile or Millborns. Still, if you know how to pronounce this, please let me know. But, yeah, I think I sold all the collector's editions of that. Yeah, so just 2 left. That's a game that, like, the prices are all over the place, and it, like, fluctuates so often, I stopped buying it, and I really shouldn't have. I probably would have more copies at this point. But, yeah, there are those 3 things. All easy packs. A little bubble mailer for those. Actually, most of this is going to go in a bubble mailer. I'll need to box those and polybag these. But, moving on. So I've had these tapes a long while, and I've had 2 copies of Riscala Wars for a long time that I'm really surprised hadn't sold earlier, because the sales rank isn't bad. But $24 plus I think like 16 or 17 in shipping for that, and then the tape was $3.50 plus probably like $4 in shipping. I do have 2 copies. They're slightly different. One is missing 2 pieces and the other is complete, so I'm just gonna grab one, hope it's the right one, and figure that out later. But clearing another space on the shelf, and then that tape is probably up here, just hidden away. This is where I kept all my cassettes until I slotted them up and sold them on eBay, but still have film tapes. And there that is. And I have 3 individual ones that I'm selling as a 3-pack, which I could probably just sell as individual, but that's it for tapes. So if you see blank media sealed for super cheap, like I must have picked this up at the Goodwill bin or with something else at a yard sale or something, pick it up. It still sells. So the art's a little different, but it's the same tape. Sony just changed their art so often, like every 2 or 3 years. Next, we have a Skylander. Hopefully I have this one. Last time I didn't have him. And then Monopoly Vintage Game Collection game. And then, yeah, we'll wait for the other things. So, Whirlwind is the character. Just make a bunch of noise at that chair every time I get up. So, So, getting to the last of the Skylanders, I think. I know the Disney Infinity's getting low. So, let's see. I'm not 100% sure what he looks like. I think it's him. We'll take a quick look. Who's Whirlwind? Yeah, that looks like him. There is. So, you know, not sold for much. $220 plus shipping after shipping. I'm not sure where it's going, but it's probably gonna be between like 80 cents and $1.20 I'll make off them. And then Monopoly, is that you? Nope, Scrabble. So, getting pretty low on the vintage game collection games. There it is, this is Monopoly. So I only have 2 copies of Scrabble left after that. And let's leave that as is for now. Put Skylander's back, because I think I only sold the 1. And then next is an Xbox 360 Core, sold for $115. I literally just refunded the buyer who returned this yesterday. I think it originally sold for like $50 or something. They returned it because it wasn't the one I wanted. So relisted. They didn't even open the box, so fairly confident it still works. I think I'll plug it in to double check, but should have done that before refunding, but whatever. But yeah, sold for $115 plus shipping. So kind of worked out in my favor they returned it, because I got more. And I've actually like told some people who wanted to return some stuff, I'm like, you should probably just sell it because you'll get more money. But they didn't want to, so that's fine. And then this is a really nice sale. Lunar 2, Eternal Blue Complete. This one is not complete. This is disc only. But sold for $64. I got this from a friend for free with a bunch of other games. I think I'm going to send him a little bit of money now that I think I've sold all of those games. And then Skate 3, which I picked up for $5 plus tax, sold for $12.99. I think I have another copy of Skate 3 coming as well. So there's Skate 3 right there. And then Lunar 2, which this is one of the few PS1 RPGs I haven't played, so I think if they released it on PS4 with like trophies, I'd probably play it, but for now I think I'm just gonna continue selling it as it's worth a decent amount. If I can find it. It's gotta be in these blank cases here. Yep, there's just 2 discs and the 3rd disc. So it also came with a music disc originally, but I don't have that clearly, so it doesn't affect the gameplay. It was just like a bonus CD, so there that is. And I can't forget Skate. And I actually played it for the first time to test that copy. I have a copy myself. I just like have never really played it. And then last is an Xbox 360 wireless controller, Camouflage. These used to sell for like $35. And I think a few sellers just really tanked the price on it. And I don't even think mine was the cheapest at $15. Unless they sold out, which is easily possible, because all video game stuff is selling pretty good right now. But I think this is my last 360 controller besides a third-party wired one. Yeah, And there's that. I don't think this came with a specific game. Like, I want to say it's Call of Duty because of like the random symbol, but I think it just might be a camo controller. And that was that. So I'm gonna have a busy day packing this stuff, and probably not even go to the post office until probably tomorrow, honestly, just because everything will still make it to its destination on time, and it's like less exposure. So if you have the opportunity to not have to go to the post office every day, I'd recommend it. And yeah, so that's that. That's the stuff. Some really good things in here. Some really great things I've been holding on to for way too long that are finally going. And yeah, so if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, please feel free to send them my way. And everyone have a good one. Bye.